Good morning, everyone. My name is Makayla Grace, and I'm your Miss Juneteenth Tampa Bay. Today, I'm here at Atlanta Hyatt for the HBCU Hall of Fame Queen Tea. The dress that I picked was a one-sleeve satin dress with a long trail. We went downstairs, and while we were waiting for the introductory meeting to start, I was able to interview some of the queens and get an insight on some questions that I had. Who am I here with?
Good morning, everyone. I am Rihanna Barentine, a senior biology scholar hailing from the beautiful city of Charleston, South Carolina, and I humbly serve as the 86th Miss Winston-Salem State University.
Clock that T.
Thank you.
So, when did you first start becoming interested in running for any type of pageant or this?
So I really started in high school. I feel like over the time in my matriculation in high school, I was homecoming queen and I served as Miss Senior. So when I got to my HBCU, I saw the Royal Court and I was like, hold on, I think I kind of like this. So once I got there, I didn't run my freshman year, but I ran my sophomore year. So I was Miss Sophomore, Miss Junior, Miss Old Gold and Black, and now the Miss Winston-Salem State University.
Hey, I love that. I love that. What's a piece of advice that you would give to anyone who would run for an HBCU queen?
I would definitely say stay true to who you are, simply because when you're running for something, be genuine in the start, because let's say you win, you have to continue to be that person. So if you put a facade up front, you have to, continue to keep up with that. So just be genuine, always remember your why, and always remember your goals.
Okay, I love that. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Hi, good morning. I'm Meadow Gillespie. I serve as the 90th Miss Talladega College.
How has college helped you grow personally and spiritually?
Ooh, this is a good question. I went to a JUCO at first and then transferred to a HBCU. And so going to a school that was so small, to a school where I felt at home, there was a family aspect, all my teachers care about me, and everybody looks like me, definitely helped me to feel more comfortable in my own skin. And it made me realize like there's a bigger purpose than what I had imagined before. I also played basketball in JUCO. And when I came to Talladega, I played basketball as well. But when I heard about the role as Miss Talladega, I was like, oh, that's something I'm really interested in. And, as I progressed my relationship with God, He told me, it's time to let basketball go and try to find something else to do. And now I serve for my school.
That is amazing.
Yes.
What advice would you give to young women following in your steps?
My biggest piece of advice would be to be yourself, because that's how you'll end up in the positions you're supposed to be in. If something isn't right, if something doesn't serve you, cut it off. And it's okay to be different, and unique and weird. You're perfectly you. Even if somebody else doesn't see it, God sees it and knows it and will place you in the right place. So just stay true to yourself.
Where do you see yourself 5 years after graduating?
Ooh, that's a great question, because I'm trying to see where I see myself right after graduation. I hope to continue further my education, probably something like theater arts, and find a job in front of a camera. I love modeling. That's my overall career goal. So hopefully somewhere modeling in a warm city with good people.
That's amazing. Okay, so my last question is, how do you hope your legacy as a queen will be at your HBCU?
I hope my legacy as a queen will be one that leaves a sense of empowerment over everybody. It's not really about me, it's about everybody else. And so just to be a part of that feels like a legacy alone. We have a new president, we have new administration, and I'm serving the college. So of course we're gonna head in a new direction. So I'm just excited to leave it better than how I found it.
Well, it was very nice to meet you, Miss Talladega.
Ooh, thank you so much.
They had Krispy Kreme donuts and coffee, which that was really, really nice. They guided us into the room and they started introducing people in leadership who made this NBC Hall of Fame pageant happen. They introduced the queens, they introduced the kings. They also went over some rules for the pageant.
I am Casey Renee Watkins, a senior psychology scholar from Queens, New York, and I am honored to serve as Miss Norfolk State University.
So how do you balance academics, pageants, and your daily life on campus?
Okay. Academics is always first, so I always set aside a day that I'm going to make sure that all of my work is done before I can do pageantry, before I can do extracurriculars, the fun things. I have to make sure that all my work is done first. I would say the biggest lesson that I've learned is that it is important to find balance. You don't always have to say yes to everything, but it is important to prioritize your mental health first.
Okay, that is amazing. It was very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I am Jory Camille Gallimore, a senior family and consumer science major from the Big Beach, Atlanta, Georgia. And I also humbly serve as the 88th Miss Fort Valley State University.
How has the culture of your HBCU shaped who you are today?
The culture of my HBCU has shaped me because I've been able to experience different cultures from different Black women on campus. I love their different identities. I love their hair. I've learned different hairstyles, different textures, and I've just been able to appreciate each and every type of hair texture. And because that's one of my platforms is natural beauty. So I really appreciate our culture.
That is amazing. What traditions or events on campus do you look forward to the most?
Homecoming.
I love homecoming as well.
Homecoming next week, girl.
Ooh, I love homecomings. How do you see HBCUs continue to impact broader African American community?
HBCUs can broaden our African American community by educating us. Definitely, we can get a variety of education from HBCUs, especially from our people, because we're being taught by our people. So I believe HBCUs bring culture, it brings identity, it brings literacy. So just attending HBCU broadens the amount of educated Black people, because we do need to break generational curses.
That was an amazing answer.
Thank you.
And the last question is, what role does sister and brotherhood play in your college experience?
This plays a big role to me, actually. I was able to found an organization called Sisters of Empowerment, where I create a community of like-minded women to come together to inspire one another. And it's just built a sisterhood. We have a program starting this year called Sister to Sister, where we're pairing mentee to mentor just to help them through their matriculation to college.
That is amazing, and I will check that out. Nice to meet you.
I am Destiny Tembitapa Folbaje, a senior business administration major hailing from the gorgeous Prince George's County, Maryland, and I gracefully served as the 81st Miss Morgan State University.
What does it mean to you to personally serve your HBCU as a queen?
Thank you for that question. To serve my HBCU is to be selfless, to give myself in the times where sometimes I feel like I can't, and to also serve my community and be selfless consistently.
When you have obstacles that you have to face daily, because I know as a queen it could be very, very difficult at sometimes, how do you come over those obstacles?
I'll be honest, I get on my knees and pray.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. God is the one who keeps me pushing every day. I cannot pour from an empty cup, so I implore you all to do the same thing. Always make sure you are poured into before you try to pour into others.
Amen. That is an amazing answer. It was so nice to meet you, Miss Morgan State. Hello, my name is Makayla Grace, and I'm Miss Juneteenth Tampa Bay. Who are we here with?
Hi, I'm Stoney McKnight, and I am the 89th Miss Maroon and White at Morehouse College.
What's your go-to stress relief activity during finals week?
Definitely karaoke. I'm a big songbird, so anything that involves singing, that's definitely my go-to.
I love to sing all around the house. Mom, she just tells me to be quiet all the time. If you had to describe your HBCU experience in 3 words, what would they be?
Transformative, trailblazing, and empowering.
Who is one person on campus, professor, mentor, friend, that had the biggest impact on you?
I would say the biggest impact that I've had since being at Spelman College, because I'm a Spelman student, but I represent Morehouse College, is Esther Mergerson. My freshman year, she was first attendant to the 86th Miss Maroon and White. And for me, she was not only a mama queen from my RHA experience, but she was a mentor. She showed me what it meant to be a queen and just how queendom is more than just wearing a crown and sash. It's about the communities that you impact.
I love that. I love that. The last question is, what's one funny or forgettable moment from your time as a queen?
Well, I'll say at the pageant. I'll talk about at the pageant. When I was doing my final walk, I slipped and I was like so stressed out, and I went backstage crying. And then I actually afterwards I thought about it. I was like, you know, it's supposed to be for me living in the moment and me not being stressed or scared about anything. So now I look back and laugh at it because I'm here now. I won even with me slipping. So
that's amazing. It was so nice to meet you, Miss Moon and White.
see, you're gorgeous.
You are too. Thank you. After that, some of the queens went to go get changed for the actual tea. I also changed as well. I ended up going with a brownish beige dress with the slit in it with ruffles that go along the slit. And I ended up putting a veil on my crown. When I came down, some of the queens also had changed as well. As Miss Cargill went to university, her outfit was really, really nice. It gave sophisticated tea. And Miss Livingston, I can say their hats and their outfits were tea as always. It was light ice. It was very tea. Miss Talladega, her hat was very unique. Like, I did not expect anything of that. She had a big, unique, extraordinary hat. Like, you would have never expected anyone to wear that. There was a special surprise, and the kings were able to say nice words about the queens and how they thought about them. And I really thought it was really sweet because you don't really get to see moments like that all the time. And it's just beautiful to be able to see what the kings have to say about their queens and what truly makes them a queen to them. And that felt very empowering. It still felt good to know that you have people out there that really see your hard work and your effort that you put in. So that was really sweet to me, and it caught me off guard too. It's like, oh, that's so sweet. But then after that, we were able to go eat, and the desserts were bomb. Literally the bomb. There were sandwiches. Most of them were just hors d'oeuvres. Dip. There was little, I wanna say they're little circle pies. Chocolate covered strawberries. Those chocolate covered strawberries were amazing. I loved them. I love strawberries. Good afternoon. I'm here with Miss Naya, Miss NBCA Hall of Fame 2024. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
What has been the most rewarding part of your title?
I would definitely have to say, so my platform is mentorship. And this past summer, I did the Juneteenth parade. And I think that has been the most memorable thing for me because I never thought I would see myself in a parade, but seeing the young girls looking up at me on the float and seeing themselves in me was just full circle. And it just allowed me to really see like my platform mentorship really means something. It really makes an impact in the community. It was in Atlanta, so being close to home really made it more heartwarming for me.
That's amazing. For later on in the future, do you see yourself running for more pageants or actually being more of a mentor side?
I would definitely say both. So I'm starting the HBCU Kings and Queens campaigning coaching for this upcoming spring semester. So I'll be doing a little bit of coaching and of course more pageants. Like I just told you, like once you start, it's like you can't stop. So stay tuned for what's in store. I don't know yet, but a lot of opportunities have been presenting itself through the Hall of Fame. So I'm excited to see what's
That is amazing. I most definitely will check that out. This is a great opportunity for me to get some insight about college life and a great platform to hear some questions from Queen to Queen.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what's one lesson you learned in college that you did not expect?
So going from high school to college, in high school I was very extroverted, very outgoing, and going to college kind of made me a little more introverted. I was the one to stay in my room, but when you get on campus, you actually see all the opportunities that it has to offer. It makes you want to branch out more, and I guess my biggest advice would be to network, because if I didn't network, I wouldn't have became Miss Fort Valley and been Miss NBCA. And if you plan to go to a HBCU, I could definitely see this for you as well. So make sure that you network, because you never know who's in the room with you. So
I will. And what do you recommend for queens that are willing to follow in your footsteps and continue to pursue pageants?
I would definitely have to say stay authentic and true to who you are, because oftentimes people think pageantry is a certain look or a certain way you act and things like that. But throughout my reign, I've made it my mission to stay authentic to who I am. I was never the type to like straighten my hair and things like that. So I'm really big on like authenticity, natural beauty and things like that. And that's what I want every queen to instill in herself, because it's not the title that makes you, you make the title. So make sure that you make it as you as possible.
I love that. Thank you for answering my questions. It was truly amazing. The answers that I got from the girls, the passion that I seen from them, and all of the pictures that I was able to see when they were being posted. The girls looked amazing in each and every last one of their outfits. I had such an amazing time to be able to sit down and talk with the girls, to be able to take pictures with them, walk the red carpet, eat at the tea with them, and it was just overall an amazing experience, and I would love to do it again and see them all next year. I just want to thank the NBC Hall of Fame for the opportunity that I got to be able to talk with the queens, to be able to go to the tea with them, and I wish I could have stayed longer, because it truly was an amazing day just for that day that I was there, to be able to socialize and talk with the queens. It was truly amazing.